Jon Thelen's Destination-Fish is brought to you by Alumacraft Boats.
There's one.
Ooh, that looks like a good one. Yeah, I just turned the boat and took us shallower because we just weren't contacting the right size fish. And it's funny, just a couple feet of difference. And there you go, right?
You know, and that's the way it always is up here. You know, 1 foot, 2 foot, because you have to go so far to get that change.
Big fish. Good fish. Right there. Look at that. That right there is Lake of the Woods, right? I got the net if you can get it.
Got him.
There we go. Awesome fish. Look at how fat that fish is.
That's a solid fish.
Think these fish eat up here? Let me tell you. There's man, this is, I mean, it's no secret, this is one of my favorite places to go. A little bit too big, huh?
Right.
Right there. Look at that.
Squeeze the tail.
Look at that.
Just under 19 and a half.
Yep. Awesome fish. That's perfect. We can chuck him right in the live well. Man, hey, look at how, show the camera that fish though. Look how fat that fish is.
That's just solid.
It's just giant.
Look at his backbone. He's got a little...
Yeah, it's amazing how they eat here. Awesome fish. That's just great. You know, one of the things about Lake of the Woods, and it's no secret, this is one of my favorite places to come, and it's because of this. It's because of the fact that there are so many fish, and you look around, there's so much water. We're out here all by ourselves. We found a spot alone.
Exactly. I mean, it's an incredible fishery. I mean, there's so many opportunities. Even if the wind is up where you can't get out on this side of the lake, you can fish the river. You can fish in on the south side.
Right.
Just a lot of opportunities and have fun up here.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy fishing. You know, you look at the progressions you go through on Lake of the Woods each year. You got your jig fishing in the spring and fall. You got your spinner fishing, your crankbait fishing. You can pretty much catch them any way you want to catch them. And I think that's one of the cool things too. The other thing that's cool about Lake of the Woods is when you come here now, you know, we're fishing out of my boat today, but if you don't own a boat, you can still come and go fishing. You can jump on a charter boat. You can jump in with a captain and they'll take you fishing. I think that's a big deal too.
It is. You know, you look at the family fun, you don't have to do anything. Everything's provided. If you want a shore lunch, they'll take you up, you know, to Garden Island or Zipple Bay and do a shore lunch. It's an experience you'll remember forever.
Yeah. Greg drove a charter boat for a lot of years up here before owning the Outdoors Again store in Baudette. And I don't think anybody can speak to that experience better than you. It's awesome getting on a charter boat, or like I say, just bringing your own boat and doing it.
It is, yep.
It's a warm summer day on Lake of the Woods, and as usual, the fish are biting. We are trolling Little Joe spinners in pink, chartreuse, and gold behind 1.5 ounce bottom bouncers in 26 to 28 feet of water. I have the Minn Kota Altera set to move us at 1.1 to 1.2 miles per hour, which seems to be the perfect speed. Greg is proving to have the hot stick so far today, and he's hooked up again. Let's get back to the action. Look at that, perfect. Look at that one. Now that's the Lake of the Woods eater, isn't it?
It is. I mean, that is an ideal fish.
That's the perfect fish for eating. And you know, there's tons of those here. And when you look at coming here, again, you know, you look around today, there's nobody around us right now. We're all by ourselves, but those fish, they're all over this lake. I mean, that's something that I've always found amazing about Lake of the Woods is that fish right there, he lives everywhere around this lake. Yeah. There's just tons of them. How many years you been up here now, Greg?
20 years. Yeah, I actually built a place up here in '99 and moved up here in 2000.
Okay. Drove charter boat for a while.
I did. I've done a lot of different things up here. You know, back when I bought my own boat, I started making my own fishing tackle, and that's kind of how I got into the business. I was too cheap to go out and buy it, so I started making it for my own boat. Yeah. And then I started selling it, and then one thing led to another, and a buddy of mine had a building, so we started a store.
Every time I walk into Greg's store, Outdoors Again in Baudette, everything I need is right there. I mean, never once have I come in and said, hey, do you got this? And have you said no to me? You know?
The thing is, what I try and do is I know what's not available up here, because we are a remote location. We are the end of the road.
Yep.
I know what's not available, and Lake of the Woods is so species specific with the walleyes and the sauger and the northerns and the pike. I don't carry a lot of panfish stuff, so I target on what everybody's going to use right out here on the lake.
Right. Jon Thelen's Destination-Fish is brought to you by these fine sponsors. That's a
There's
good
one.
one. Huh. Well, so much for being part of this. You know what though? Let me tell you, this is what I think is, number one, I'm fishing with a guy who's probably gonna outfish me on this lake every day with all the experience he's got. He's doing something different than me, and I'm gonna figure it out before we're done today. Got a better one here, don't you?
It's a nice fish.
Yeah.
Let's see what, hopefully it makes it to the boat.
Oh, it's making it to the boat.
There he is.
I got a feeling it's gonna make it to the boat. That looks like a beaut. Yep, good fish. Look at that. He's not gonna make the live well, but he's gonna be a pretty one to show to everybody. Look at that. Nice fish, my friend.
Thanks.
That is a great fish. It always amazes me. I say it all, players,
There
right
it is.
right behind you. Always amazes me how thick these fish are here. You know, I fish walleyes in a lot of places, but these fish here on Lake of the Woods are so thick. They just eat so healthy. I mean, look at that fish. That is.
I mean, it's
awesome.
just an incredible fishery. I mean, it puts out fish like this all day long, you know?
Yeah. You know, and I think the other thing that's, I don't even think he's worth measuring. He's definitely over. We just pitched
Oh,
him
definitely.
back. You know, the other thing that I think is, you know, so amazing about this fishery is not just what we're doing today, but what you can do in the winter time too. I mean, it's a developed fishery for the winter, and what I mean is there's plowed roads, there's access to the lake via track vehicles at different resorts. You can fish this lake in the winter time too, and you guys stock just as much stuff in the winter as you do in the summer, right?
We do. I mean, I got a huge selection of winter supplies. I've branched out into the ice castle parts and repair parts, wheels, tires, furnace parts, because it's just not available anywhere else up here.
Right.
I mean, if you have a control board go out on your ice castle furnace, there's a good chance I have it in stock.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. So if you break something, he's got the parts you need to get you fixed and back out. And then number two, just all the fishing stuff you need. I mean, I get a kick out of showing up and the dog is pointing in the bait tank.
Well, yeah, he's
it's
kind of a local celebrity worldwide, actually, because there's people come from all over to see my dog. And
Well, we look to add to the live well. Let's let Greg show you a little bit more about what you can expect to find when you stop at Outdoors Again on your way through Baudette.
Outdoors Again is your one-stop shop for everything outdoors in the Lake of the Woods area. Hi, I'm Greg Mortenson, the owner of Outdoors Again. I would like to invite you to stop in for everything you need to make your Lake of the Woods fishing or hunting trip a success. We carry a huge selection of the right bait and tackle from all the major manufacturers, as well as the largest selection of rods and reels in northern Minnesota. We are the home of the famous Jig Buffet. Whether you are here for the open water season or our legendary ice fishing, we have everything you need. When hunting season rolls around, you can count on us at Outdoors Again to have everything you need, from decoys to deer stands. At Outdoors Again, we carry one of the largest firearm and ammunition selections in northern Minnesota. We are conveniently located on Highway 11 in downtown Baudette, with plenty of parking space to accommodate wheelhouses, boats, and trailers. We look forward to seeing you here at Outdoors Again on the south shore of Lake of the Woods.
Looks like I've got one tugging at the end of my line. It's one after another today. Just fun fishing.
Better fish?
But you know what? I don't know, maybe. I think he's gonna keep. Yeah, it's keeper fish. I suppose. Let's scoop him up. Good sauger. This is the kind of sauger you can get. You know, I mean, you're gonna get a variety of fish, but this is an ideal sauger. Look at that. He just inhaled that. I just made a little change. Put on a leech, a single hook rig with a leech. There's what I'm looking for. That's perfect.
It's a nice fish.
Yeah, it's a perfect eater size sauger. I mean, man, it's hard to beat a fish like that, isn't it?
It is.
It's gonna taste great at dinner tonight. So I'm not gonna worry so much about him here, because he did hook himself pretty deep. So I'm just gonna chuck that out, but awesome fish to go for the dinner table. You know what? Been an awesome day out here on Lake of the Woods. This is a cool fishery. If you've been here before, you know it, and yeah, you most likely are coming back each time that you get the chance. And if you don't, you need to come up here and fish it, because man, it's just an awesome fishery. And on your way through Baudette, make sure you stop, see Greg at the store. He'll get you set up with everything you need at Outdoors Again, and you can get out here and do what we're doing today, man. This is just a ball.